and the Tourism Development Authority budget presentation for fiscal year 2019-2020. That's to set a date for public hearing and possible action. It's the first item on the agenda this evening.
I'm back again with another budget.
Yes.
This one will be a little quicker.
Okay.
So this specifically speaks to the occupancy tax budget that you have. This budget has some statutorily restricted revenues. As you can see, the original 3% can be used for tourism-related expenditures. The additional 1% is split up between promotions and tourism-related expenditures. And the last 2%, once again, is split between promotions and tourism-related expenditures. This is how it breaks down by the different sections. So you can see the total budget is $11.3 million. On the section to promote travel and tourism, this is the specific definition of what promotion is. Here's how you see that broken down. The personnel are the people that carry out these specific promotion activities. This is the manner in which the tax is spent for promotion. So that large block previously, this is how it breaks down. Tourism-related expenditures. This is the definition for a tourism-related expenditure. The key here is that it's something that in the judgment of the Currituck County Board of Commissioners, it's designed to increase the use of lodging facilities, meeting facilities, recreational facilities, and convention facilities in the county by attracting tourists or business travelers to the county. The important thing to keep in mind here is when it says tourists, that doesn't mean people going to sit at the beach.
Right. It says the county.
Yeah, it means people who come from outside their home area to visit our community. If you want to come visit the historic Jarvisburg Colored School, then that's fine. Historic tourism is very popular all over the state of North Carolina.
Absolutely.
This is Heritage Park. So this is the Wellhead Club. This is the budget for that.
Could you go back a
Yep.
slide?
So we have revenues here that aren't just OC tax.
And are we augmenting Heritage Park right now in the budget? I don't remember seeing that.
No, Heritage Park is funded through occupancy tax and through the revenues that they generate in-house. So tour fees, event fees, wedding fees, yep. So you can see that it's a budgeted amount from revenue to expenditure.
And
Balanced amount.
I know Dan Scalen's in the back of the room, but it seems to me the budget when I was first elected was about $1.2 million a year. Does that sound about? You could nod.
We were providing the trust $800,000 in addition to their revenue.
And they had $400,000 of revenue plus our $800,000. So again, this is a sign of significant
Efficiency and
improvement.
operation.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Do we only take in $20,000 for weddings?
Yeah. Do we only, or is it was?
Yeah, that's.
Fees $1,000, I believe, per event, or 15.
The difference, if I remember correctly, the difference is we used to rent
The whole.
Yeah.
and we brought in bleachers and
Yeah.
now we rent the grounds.
Yeah, we allow the reason that revenue is lower is we allow the local businesses in the community to provide those support services instead of the county basically being the ones that provide.
What do they have roughly? 30 or 40 weddings a year?
20, I think it's around 20.
About 20. Yeah, about 20.
About 20.
Yeah.
It depends. I mean, year to year it's different.
Yeah.
So
Every weekend.
it's jumping on me. So these are the tourism-related expenditures. These are the top 5 ways that we spend money using tourism-related expenditures. In the coming year, you'll see that emergency medical services is number 1. I want to make sure that folks understand these are not EMS services year-round. These are specific times that we have increased demand because of the tourism in our community. It's the same with the sheriff's office. The sheriff's office ramps up activity on the Outer Banks as the traffic and the tourists increase our population. Historic Boat Museum, that is a one-time expenditure that we're going to make.
That's
That is part of it. Some of it was funded in the past year as well. Lifeguard services is number 4. Once again, another public safety use that we have. So whenever people talk about how we use occupancy tax for public safety, I think it's important to recognize that a large expenditure that is for the lifeguard services that, as Commissioner Beaumont pointed out, we're very proud of in our community that they are able to provide that service, and hopefully they do tie that with having no loss of life on our beach again this year. And then the final thing you see, there's professional services. That $125,000 spend is basically money that we are setting aside because of the litigation that you've heard tonight. So those are funds that we are budgeting for extra legal expenses.
One other question relative to that is there a way of capturing or recapturing legal expenses paid? Because we've gone down the lawsuit path before and have spent, not necessarily in this case, but which many would consider to be frivolous.
Typically, only if a party is able to show that the litigation is frivolous or filed for an improper purpose.
Okay.
I think certainly we will be looking at every opportunity if we see that they should be paying the county back its attorney fees, that we will seek that from the court.
And I think part of the reason that question arises is we've had multiple engagements. It's about every 2 years. I think it coincides with the commissioner election about how stop, I'm on a roll. And so we've attempted to answer those questions. I just want to be sensitive to, again, being good stewards with the tax dollars that were provided.
And I'll just state a couple of recent lawsuits where we were filing motions and preparing to seek attorney fees and other sanctions. The parties dismissed their lawsuit before we could get to the courtroom, which, I mean, ultimately dismissal is what we wanted anyway.
Here is the schedule for the adoption of the TDA budget. As you'll see, it follows the same schedule we presented tonight. We'll have a public hearing on June 3rd, and it has to be adopted prior to July 1st with an effective date of July 1st. You could adopt it at either one of the 2 meetings in June or at a special meeting. The budget is available in the county manager's office, and once again will be available Wednesday on the county website.
Okay.